In this video, we'll talk about Klebsiella. This is a high-yield topic for USMLE Step 1. Stay tuned till the end. So Klebsiella is a gram-negative rod that can cause significant infection in humans. Klebsiella can be found populating the oropharynx or intestine in normal scenarios. But sometimes they are overpopulated and they can cause disease. One of the most common disease that is caused by this particular genus is pneumonia. So in this video, we'll talk about the classification and characteristics of Klebsiella, then the clinical presentation, then risk factors and epidemiology, and finally, we'll talk about the treatment option. But before we start, let me tell you a quick mnemonic to understand the overall idea about Klebsiella. And this mnemonic is A, B, C, D, E of Klebsiella. A stands for aspiration pneumonia, B stands for abscess in lungs and liver, and C stands for current jelly-like sputum, D stands for diabetic, and E stands for ETOH overdose. Diabetes and ETOH overdose are significant risk factors in this case. Okay. So let us talk about the classification and characteristics of this bacterial genus. Klebsiella belongs to the family Enterobacteriaceae. That means they are somehow found in the intestine, and they are gram-negative bacillus. They stain pink in the gram staining. It is a facultative anaerobe. That means it prefers oxygen, but it can live without oxygen as well. It can survive in the anaerobic condition. The genus includes several species, with Klebsiella pneumoniae the most relevant in a clinical perspective. Klebsiella pneumoniae has a prominent polysaccharide capsule which plays a crucial role for them to evade the immune system. So here you can see there is a capsule on the outside which prevent the phagocytosis of this bacteria via macrophage or let's say dendritic cell, and that's how they can evade the immune system. Now let's talk about clinical presentation. Klebsiella pneumoniae commonly cause pneumonia. Individuals with underlying conditions such as alcoholism, diabetes mellitus, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or many other diseases are very susceptible towards Klebsiella infection. And the classic presentation includes sudden onset of cough and cold with a current jelly-like sputum, which exactly look like red jelly. Then this jelly is typically mucoid and reddish brown in color. There could be fever, which has a sudden onset, pleuritic pain, then cough and thick mucoid sputum, and eventually it might have shortness of breath. Now, when the infection is severe, then this kind of shortness of breath is visible. Cyanosis and death can occur even in 2 or 3 days in extreme situations. Now, in addition to pneumonia, Klebsiella can cause several other infections like UTIs, meningitis, liver abscess, soft tissue infection, and bacteremia. Risk factor and epidemiology includes immunocompromised states. So individuals who are immunocompromised are more susceptible towards this infection. People who have diabetes and alcoholism, study shows that they are more susceptible to Klebsiella infection. Then let's talk about the risk factors. Klebsiella infections are commonly found in ICUs because ICUs are highly aerobic situation, and that's very good for these bacteria to grow. That's why people might have hospital acquired pneumonia, which is caused by Klebsiella pneumoniae. When it comes to treatment option, Klebsiella pneumoniae strains are often resistant to multiple antibiotics like the classical beta-lactam antibiotics like 3rd generation cephalosporins. So the treatment option might include carbapinims, fluoroquinones, and aminoglycosides. But the big concern about Klebsiella is its antibiotic resistance. And there are many antibiotic resistant strains throughout the world. And this is significant concern for the clinicians. The emergence of carbamazepine resistant Klebsiella pneumoniae is the big global health challenge. This particular strain secretes one protein known as carbapinimase, which breaks down this antibiotic and thereby neutralize the threat. And that is why it is so hard to treat. It is increasingly getting hard and difficult to treat Klebsiella infections. So I hope this was useful. If you like this video, give it a quick thumbs up. Get notes and flashcards in our Facebook and Instagram page. You can support our channel using super thanks. You can pay via Paytm, PayPal or UPI. See you in next video.